Today's episode is a double rant, and if anyone likes lazy years, I respect your opinion, as long as you respect mine, but don't bash my opinion, or else I'll seriously block you from my channel. Anyways, enjoy. First, I'm gonna rant on 2019. 2019? Oh heck no, more like 20 poop. Oh my god. This year sucks. Let me tell you the reasons why I dislike this year. 1. Every single time I do something, maybe sometimes at least one day in every week, I kept having arguments and bad stuff kept happening, and it may be happening with my dad too. 2. YouTube has been so bad, and channels got terminated for no reason due to the copyright strikes. Rare Yellow WUTB got terminated in that year. So did Vince the Sesame Street something. 3. Coronavirus was discovered in this year. It may be something in October, and it started to spread, and maybe something like 2020 may be a horrible year or something. And it might have been confirmed that 2020 was going to be a horrible year. 4. Purple Shep stopped uploading on the 20th of January. 5. He had to wake up in the after midnight, which is like opposite of afternoon to do go animate characters is because I felt impatient due to seeing a font I hate called Vagrounded, which I started having intrusive thoughts in 2018, and when I saw that font I couldn't locate Go Animate, but before that I heard almost every single day what I don't want to hear, like one of the teachers, or maybe the teaching assistant said you can't drink it with soy sauce. Well, I was just checking if it had vinegar, but it did, and I was lying on the floor, or something like that. And sometimes Mom's said well, that's for pets, or something like that. When I knew, and I think this is a reason why I couldn't locate Go Animate when I see the font. And every day I saw the font, I had intrusive thoughts from that day, from that year, or of that font. But in 2020, I just wasn't so bad about it. But in late 2020, I became the start of my intrusive thoughts of the font, and I am still like that at right now. I also was waiting for all this year to be over, and because of all those actions. But do you want to know who likes this year, 2019? Mr. Stephens. He is he teaching assistant from the last school I went, and sorry for the laziness, and I don't have a character of him. Do you want to know who hates this year, 2019? Michael the Beyond guy. He made a rant about this year, So screw 2019. Screw 2020. 2016 was 1,000 times better than 2019. Not sure if 2018 was as good or bad, but it was when I was 12. So I hope this year is in hell right now. Next, I'm gonna rant on 2020. 2020? No way, more like 2666. Oh my god, this year sucks. This is the worst year of my life. And let me tell you why it was my worst year ever. 1. All the stupid coronavirus. This was making me all muddled up. And so did this year too. When I did it. Number 2, due to lockdown, I didn't have a good Easter. I didn't go to Spain last year, which is in 2020. And I also was thinking about going to Spain this year. I was even thinking about going to Spain this year, or even in September when I came back from holiday. For my 14th birthday. And maybe I was even thinking about it on my holiday. Well, I came back and I started thinking about it, I think. 2. A girl laughed at me just because I've asked a question saying, what's your favourite month? 3. It also was. I also had to do online school of Wayne, my music teacher, and also what I forgot to say in the last question, as to reason that I didn't have a good Halloween and a good Christmas. Well, I didn't see Katie and Danny in Christmas like every year, and I don't go trick-or-treating in 2020. 4. I also thought it was gonna be good. I also was scared if we weren't gonna go to Spain, and I knew we weren't, and I was upset. At 5. If I had to get at a blood test, well, that really mustn't be a reason why. But I was waiting for it, and when I came back from it on the 14th of January, I was so impatient for it, so I can wake up in the after midnight to go animate. But that was due to my OCD. I hate OCD too. I don't know who loves or likes the year 2020. But do you know who dislikes the year 2020? Most of the world. Everyone I know dislikes 2020. 2020 sucks. And so does 2019. 2017 was way better than 2020. 2021 is okay, but I thought it sounded good and looked good in text. Before it was that year, or like a few days before it. I hope 2022 is gonna be better. End of rant.